Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. This is Disasters in Danger. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Matthew, Sean,
Megan,
Sam, Courtney,
and Allison.
and this is our D&D 5e high fantasy game set in our very own world in the Arcadian Straits in the Empire of Albrecht. First of all, apologies for the delay today. I was continuing to fiddle with microphones and time got away from me. So I apologize for that. Hopefully the sound is bearable, but we are looking forward to continue to make improvements. Real quick announcements. We are putting out the Hero of the Multiverse by the end of the week, because that is the end of June. So if you would like, So if you'd like to have that, please go over there, patronize us. You'll also... It's not the right word, I know.
we want to patronize them.
We want your patronage.
We want to patronize them.
That's technically the correct. It's fine.
Don't patronize me.
Any day.
Ah. Womp womp.
Oh no, we can't
That's
do
not.
that.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't do that anymore.
That's inappropriate.
oh man.
So, also tonight in the chat we have Caitlin. So she will be there to answer any questions that come up and any good times to be had. So, we also have giveaways. We are giving away our saving throw pillow with the big old D20 over Megan's shoulder there when we get to 75 concurrent viewers. So if you want a shot at winning that, tell your friends.
Doing the same thing.
Yep. At the end of June, we'll be doing a drawing for our patrons for a Noble Dwarf printing t-shirt with our logo on it, completely customizable by you guys. What other things do we have? I think those are the highlights. Tomorrow night, we're still going to do some sort of Wacky Wednesday. Not our gaming decathlon. We need to reset that. But we're going to see what game it is. So if you guys have suggestions, or if you here at the table have suggestions, head on over to the Discord and let us know. Takanoko? Do you want a panda Takanoko?
No, I cannot.
Oh, well, we can't do it without you.
That's true.
So.
But if you do it without me, you can be sure that your little panda figure will stay here.
It's yours. It's your game.
And
I don't
not
have
go
to.
in my mouth.
If it's your game, it can go in your mouth. There you go.
Don't start.
Second edition on Thursday.
Second edition on Thursday, and then Friday night we have Lamplighters. Saturday night we are relaunching Eldritch Horror as our campaign game. So tune in for that. It is a later game at 9 p.m. So yeah, should be fun. If you guys don't have anything else, let's jump in so that we can get going, because I got us on a late start today, and I am sorry for that.
No.
Let's do the thing.
All right.
All of things.
So, our campaign is set in the Arcadian Straits at the southern end of the Albrechtian Empire, in the continent of Rodum. It is an empire that has recently begun to regrow under the expansion of civilian guilds used to resettle regions. House Irregulars have recently resettled the Arcadian Straits, and within the past few years, an imperial governor has been set up there. Our heroes are members of the Free Arcadian Coalition of Knights. They're dedicated to keeping the Arcadian Straits free of imperial influence. To that end, they have recently made allies with one of the pirate admirals from their home island of Drim Trosavar, known as Alan James. He and his phenomenal vessel are on a mission to find the Ark Rider, the fabled capital ship, flagship of John Arcadian himself. They have recently found plans for a harmonic plane shifter, which could potentially shift the Ark Rider from the astral sea back into the prime material plane. They require a master tinkerer to build this device. So, I believe that is the goal for this evening. Where did we leave off? I believe you and Matthew our
25th?
latest.
No,
I was
the
not
two of
here
you,
last
you were
night.
not
Yeah,
here.
and second.
Yeah,
It was
I was-
the
You were in the chat. I
believe it
get
was the
confused.
I was
25th,
here last night. I was not
It was the
playing.
25th. It was the 25th, but like the next day.
The next day.
We'll start on
You start on the 26th.
I have a quick bookkeeping question from last
Yes.
night. We also found crystalline rods that were used to attune to specific planes. Did we, along with the plans, did we get a number on those?
All of them.
Just every plane. One for every single plane, known and unknown.
They're labeled. They're labeled with duct tape on the side.
Oh,
It
okay.
says like astral, but like question mark.
No, it's one of those really old.
Because I just have written down crystalline rods.
5.
5, okay.
5 rods.
Okay, cool. And would identifying them tell us which
Delta.
planes they're...
Yes.
American Airlines.
I would have done that on
Yeah.
like the boat ride. Using
Got
the-
you. Yeah, 3 of them are attuned.
Okay.
Excuse me as I look up the Great Wheel, as it were. Well, that doesn't help me. Doesn't help me at all.
Oh
The
no!
back of the PHB has a weird
Yeah.
graph
Oh, weird graph.
of the planes.
The artistic illustration in the DMG is far less helpful.
It really is.
Really?
It really is.
It's all
If you
elemental
remind
planes.
if you remind me on break, I'll show it to
Okay,
you.
yeah.
It's incredibly
There
unhelpful.
it is. There's the one. I was
Particularly when you are
looking
in the midst of DMing and need it.
Yeah.
It's incredibly unhelpful.
Or if they set that page on fire and go. Anyway.
The planes are whatever I say they are.
Basically.
Yeah. Is that the left or the right of the plane of a bunch of fingers that move around?
You have
It's a weird plane.
you have a rod attuned to Mechanus,
That face.
one attuned to Pandemonium,
Lit.
I don't like any of those.
Not
and one
mine.
attuned to Isgard.
It's just a rain. Panda.
Okay, and do we know how to attune them to like the material plane?
You know you have to be. Oh, you want to attune one to the material plane?
So that we can come back
So you can
theoretically. so that we can use them to
You
come
know,
back
the thing
here.
that your friends didn't do before they fucked off the sigil.
We're going to
We still don't know where they are. I think at this point we're still.
Yeah, there's an 8-hour ritual.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll do that sometime.
Yeah.
We'll do that before we go.
Maybe after. No, nice. All right, cool.
Okay. So you guys are up to the 25th, 26th of February. Sisters, one of you has been introduced, one of you has not yet. Why don't we start with you? When did we leave you?
The 16th
Arm
of Fell.
16th of Fell, so that
Yes.
gives you
I
a
would have
week.
gone when they went back at the beginning of their adventure last night. When they went back to Drim, I would have gone with them.
Okay. So that puts you there at the 18th. You still have the week.
Okay. I would. Can I don't fucking know what to do with her. Jesus.
Get your shit together.
I'm not
What is
doing
this?
crime. We could do crime together. We do crime together.
I do crime. It's great.
We have like specific crime.
We have specific crime.
Specific crime that we do.
What crime would you like to do?
Prostitution.
No!
That's not a crime.
She's a child! How dare you!
Oh, have we finally done the wild magic baby?
Really?
This thing has opinions.
Yes, it is.
No, we convince people that they are speaking to the we like hold fake seances because we both have thaumaturgy and I have prestidigitation
And I pick their
and this guy's
pockets.
self and then she picks their pockets while we make like stuff happen in the
These are
room.
monsters.
Because using both of those, we could get 9 effects going at one time.
No, it's okay. I too have seen the prestige.
We could have 9 effects going at one time. and just totally, and we both speak infernal. Like, we could convince people that, like, I'm speaking with the voices. Like,
You can miss people speaking with their dead loved ones and then you pick their pockets.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Crime. It is a crime.
we
didn't say the word crime.
Okay.
We maximized it was a crime.
Crime it is. What level of crime would the two of you like to do?
I think we're starting low.
We're starting low. We don't know these people.
Starting with some low-level crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
How lame.
You listen. You have robbed every prosperous merchant in the city.
We were gonna go.
Trash.
We were gonna go like rob a cabbage farm, but it turns out there aren't any.
Not anymore.
Jesus.
Okay. So, how would you guys like to do this? Would you like to do it where you both roll and have potentially twice the gains? Or would you like to one assist the other and have the regular level of gains?
It's an assist thing.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
basically assisting you in robbing people by providing a
It's
distraction.
true.
Okay.
That's very good.
So, up first, I need, well, none of those are effective anymore. Up first, let me have a cool.
Same.
She's warning us to stop.
This catalyst. That's catalyst.
You're waking up from your nap.
Catalyst is taking a long rest. Power off.
Let me have a investigation check.
All right. From
From
whom?
Can it be from either of us? Investigation?
Sure.
Because that should be me. Should totally be. With an advantage or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm helping.
Cool. So that is going to be a 22.
Success. Can I have a performance check?
That's still
Okay,
you.
that's me. 14.
Success. And a sleight of hand check.
That was you.
That one's me. Um, 23.
You rob a struggling merchant.
Yeah!
You guys both, you earn 50 gold pieces total.
Yeah! why is Hamilton happening?
This is our.
Probably needs to
This is
stop.
our
We could
picture
probably
music.
stop
I was about to say that's probably a.
Because we're about 2 seconds from copyright. Right?
That's why I started
25.
talking.
25?
We're up the.
I'm struggling too.
1 week
so.
to crime.
1 week, there's your downtime for the two of you. I believe we have a new character.
Changing characters.
Yes, but she just did crimes. Let's find out what this one's doing.
I would like to help Rosnos
Okay.
outside because I have a feeling she's a little traumatized from large furry things.
He didn't break anything,
Okay,
so
because she's herbalism compliant.
herbalism compliant.
Yes. So I'm thinking she can grow stuff for her,
Okay,
Mhm.
herbalism.
help in
You
the
can
garden?
also
Yeah.
brew
and I can just
healing
maybe
potions.
I can do some of the manufacturing
Sure.
and hand them off.
Okay. Yeah, make a herbalism kit test. So wisdom plus proficiency.
Oh fuck you. 13.
Okay, 13 is not bad. For the week, you earn 7 gold pieces. Towards your modest lifestyle for the week.
Sweet. Thank you.
Okay. New people, you have, as is the conceit of the game, you have joined the Free Arcadian Coalition of Knights. You all gather up after some of your friends and allies return from a recent expedition to the mountain range of Baron's Delft. When you guys get back, you debrief. I will say it takes a couple of days to research finding a tinkerer. So I will let all of you who are participating in that task make either a investigation or history or maybe a persuasion roll. You guys, if you guys can justify it, let me know what you think.
Can I try history?
Sure. Yeah, give me history.
I would like to persuade somebody.
Persuade. All right.
Oh, that's
Natural 20 for a 25.
Okay.
Oh, I'll do an investigation. Does that help?
Yeah, do investigation.
That'll be a 19.
18 on my investigation.
Okay.
I'll bring it next
It's gonna be my only decent roll the entire night.
Okay. Sounds good. Your natural 20 on history.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. My
Ask him.
apologies.
Asking the right people.
There you go.
Convincing people to tell me what they know.
Yeah. You have a trustworthy face.
I can make it any face I want it to
There
be.
you go.
So, yes, I do.
So it is always trustworthy.
I'm gonna save that for when he does it.
Yes, that is later.
When it's at maximum comedic
Yes.
There are, without traveling back to the capital, there are three good to great tinkerers around. One of them is Alistair.
Sir Ellis upstairs.
Yeah. Alistair. Yeah, Sir Ellis of Stir. Or Dayster. He is located in Willen. So that could be problematic. The
They
other.
know us.
Yeah, actually, fun question for that. Willen, is it under like military lockdown, or is it just we have a couple people in our group that are from Willen and that are wanted there, so we steer clear? Like, is it?
You're not 100% sure. You
Okay.
know that the leadership of the Fackers considers it to be dangerous to travel there.
For them or for everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
for both.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's go.
Well,
We'll see what the options
we'll see
are.
what the options are.
There.
There is also a famed artificer in Jalen Ursai.
We can
We
find
go
like,
there. We go in there and then Mario's
Yeah, good luck with that on your own. I will not be telling him that.
It's his one dream. We're gonna be
Yes.
level 20 and we'll still have not gone.
Yeah, no, it's
It
almost
is.
like
Eventually,
Wandering City.
I'll learn the wish spell.
You made it
and just be
eventually?
like, I wish I was in Jailer's side.
Without telling Abbott Gore.
Tell me you're just gonna wake up.
With your 9th level
I
spell.
wish you could even wake up tomorrow in
Or is
Jailer's
that what you're
side.
finding out right now?
Let it go.
His name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me just a second. I was getting you the other city name.
Oh, okay.
And then there is.
I just kept making up the spelling for Jailer or something. Okay.
Oh, we all have. It's fine.
JHAELENIRSIE.
I wrote that
I
down
spelled
wrong,
Jalen
but I
right.
know what I meant.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
It's Jailer, right?
I spelled letter Psi right, but not J. Because there's
Letter
an H
Psi.
there.
It's like how none of us can come to a consensus about how to spell a con.
Or Grim Trustafire.
A con?
Yeah. Half the people in the Discord spell it like a con. like the rapper.
No, AKHAN.
I know. That's how I spelled it.
You
Have
must
you
have
ever seen
written it
Star
down.
Trek 2? It's just a con.
Exactly.
Alright, shut up.
That's a con.
One singular.
Also, I didn't mean to ask you, so
Counting book.
Sean, are the designs like on the side of your neck? Do they look like giant veins? Like, do they look like veins? Or just straight up wave?
No,
No, that would be amazing.
We'll attach some ropes.
Then the other one is located in the Southern Isles,
Which is north of us.
which is north of you.
That's what we
In Arar Daco.
Oh.
Arardacot. Arar Daco. The city of cathedrals.
Can you spell the second half of that city, please?
Dacot. Daco.
Yo.
Arar Daco. The city of temples. Temples would make more sense than cathedrals. That's a bit specific.
I don't want to go to the city of anything, guys.
And what was the name of
Hard, yes.
What was the
We
name
didn't
of
get
both
the
of the people?
So we don't have to wait
Because
for
the second guy was in
Yes.
Jalen or Sai, right?
Yep. Second is in Jalen Ursai.
And we don't have names for it.
No.
I'm
We're working
getting,
on it.
I'm getting you
Okay.
their names. Just a moment. I got them all written down in different places.
Good.
That's not what I was looking for. The one in Jalen Ursai is known as Samsudea. You know him to be a mixed dragonborn.
Ooh. Like mixed color or mixed with something?
That's what you got, mixed color.
Snap.
Cool.
Neato.
And
Artificers are always fucking cool. They
Yeah.
always got something
Artificer,
weird
I
shit
forgot.
that's awesome about them.
Yeah.
If only their class was, you know,
Yeah, I think
amazing.
Cecil.
I am going to be writing that class in the next week.
Yeah, he worked on the class for my previous artificer,
Nice.
and it honestly is bomb.
Nice.
The whole like flavor and like
Hmm?
it makes more sense than the UA artificer.
Yeah.
Then there's the female dwarf, Siga.
In Aradako.
Yes.
Too lit.
And we
Siga Gearfist.
we had an artificer making the magical kittens originally. Was that?
You have
Did you
not,
not?
you have not found one to.
Oh.
You need an artificer to make those. You do not
What-
have one. in
what
Trim
what
Trust
we
Bar.
all what we all heard you tell
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
was that an artificer who our people above us know made the pittance and
Yes.
therefore we know of them.
Yes.
Is that
Oh,
is that
did-
the
did-
Alice of Stir?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
so you
got it.
that's what we were asking.
So-
we knew he
yeah.
wasn't in Tribune. We
So-
knew he was
oh,
not.
okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
we're wondering
so-
where they acquired it. We're going to use that to kind of backtrack.
They got it from as you guys are doing this research, they'll let you know. They did get it from Alistair
Okay.
in Willen.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Too
legit.
So you guys have gathered up. We'll say 2 days later, especially on the 30th of Fel. After you do some research, you ask around, you talk to a few different people, you get some sending spells done for you, this and that. You come up with some options. You have gathered in the Iron Six to report your findings. It is nearing lunchtime, say about 11. So the town is up and active. Akan is behind the bar, polishing his guns.
Sounds better for guys who's literally polishing stuff.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he's just jacking it in the middle.
What kind of establishment that we hang out in?
I mean, it is his, right?
It is now.
You guys never heard the story of how he got it.
Whoever owned it went, fuck no.
Alright, forget I knew. I need to hear the entire backstory.
Good. If incredible.
Oh God.
An icon.
I thought that's how you got a real estate license.
You guys named him Akon. What do you want me to do?
Woo! Alright,
That's
so-
a joke. I don't know what Akon and his masturbatory history is.
No, it's fine. If you really wanted to make it fucked up, you'd have named him R. Kelly.
Oh.
Didn't you say
You
you
mean
were a
Art
kid?
Oh.
Kelly?
We kid. We like to have fun
Captain
here.
Hard. We'll meet
I
him
shush
later.
him.
No, that's your. I started it. You're
That's
fine.
true. Oh,
I'm-
Jesus.
That's not your fault. That's my fault.
Okay.
Now I'm loose. Now I'm good.
Alright.
Now you're feeling it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling
So,
Mr.
Oh.
all right.
Where do we let it go?
That's actually a good question.
Martin Partly, who the fuck are you and who the fuck are you?
Let's take a moment. Go around the table.
That's my sister.
Oh,
She looks just like me.
weird.
And what do
A lot
you
like
look
me.
like?
Yes. Let's start with that one.
She wants me to start because I'm the one who decided where our colors were distributed.
Oh, okay.
Shows the color.
Because I played first. Armistice is a tiefling. She's about 5'6". She has kind of pale blue skin with almost like an opalescent, like teal shift. Her hair is long and thick and navy blue, and it's kind of pulled up in like a half bun with the bottom of it loose. She's got these big like ram horns that are like a darker teal. The same color as her fingernails and the tip of her tail. Her eyes are not quite pupilless nonsense, but from a distance appear to be. They're kind of a gold with like that are like filmed over in a gold. You can see pupils through them, but not from far away. And she looks pretty young. I don't know if you know how tieflings age, but she's got freckles on her face, and that probably makes her look younger than she really is.
I don't know who tieflings age.
I don't either. You'd think I would have done some research.
I know that they come to term
start-
pregnancy-wise in 3 months.
Good to know.
That's weird.
Yep, and they come out about 3 years old.
That's weirder.
That's really weird.
That was really weird.
Is that just how you read your benchmarks?
And
No.
but she's dressed kind of like a pirate, but not really like a pirate. She's got like a long like leather coat on, and a rapier, and that's it. And she's next to her sister.
Okay, so me now. Yeah.
No, me nah.
No, they don't know many now. So yes, I am also a tiefling. Yeah, I'm a little bit shorter than my sister. I'm about 5 feet tall. She's tiny.
A little bit
she's
smaller,
little.
half a foot smaller.
Shh, don't say that to her. She's about 5 feet. She is also a lighter color. She's a little bit darker than Army, and she doesn't have the opalescent coloring. She's more of a bluish green. She does have navy blue hair. Hers is very long. She's got some braids kind of around the horns, and then just this big long braid that kind of goes down to about her waist. I have like all these notes. Yeah, she has some freckles. She's got the horns with the dark teal. And did you mention the tip of the tail?
I didn't mention the shape.
Oh,
no.
so the tip of the tail, instead of being like a spade, is kind of spade-like, but it's more like a fin-like membrane on both of them. So yeah, so there's that.
The word memory.
She's got the gold eyes that close up you can kind of see the filmed over like reddish pupils. And then she's dressed. She has just a lot of layers. So she's got like she's got a cute like little dress on, but it's over leggings and boots, and she's got like a vest on over the dress. It just has a ton of pockets, and then over all of that she has one of those like little half capes with the collar and the hood, and then the 2 slits in the front where the arms come through.
Do you have a
And
muff?
that's it. What?
A muff?
Well, it's
No,
winter time,
she's got a
guys.
muff. It's like a travel. It's not like a nice thing. It's like a traveling kind of thing. It's kind of like I'm
Yeah,
wearing
it's a
all these
shitty
layers because these are all my clothes and I don't really have a place to live. Kind of.
Ah.
And,
Listen, vagrancy is very in right now.
yeah,
Especially after Trustbar.
and then she, even though it's only like halfway through the day, she's already got like the hair right around like her neck and stuff. It's just really like
Frayed.
there's like frays, there's like little, but it's just about that area. Like the rest of it is nice and neat, but like right around here, there's just like little frays, like little hairs just coming out all over the place. don't. And she's sitting next to her sister, but she's literally just like, because she's about 16ish looking. She's definitely,
okay.
but again with the freckles and all, so she looks young.
Cool.
16, 17ish.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically getting off the boat with them. Lake Honey's half-elf woman, brown hair, bound back in a bun. There's like clearly a lot of hair in that she just swept straight up. Dark eyes. She's wearing basically a dress with like the cover of the chain shirt that she has been gifted. You do notice she has now added a circlet. Thanks.
It's for almost getting disintegrated.
I was getting disintegrated. All I got was a stupid circle.
She's about 5'4". But one of the things you first notice is she's tending to a very small cat that is like at her ankles, like a little tabby cat. Equipment-wise, you don't really see very much on her. She has a bag, but doesn't look like it has any sort of weapon or anything inside of it.
Cool.
That's about it.
Cool. So, walking in on all fours is a bear.
Walking on all fours is a woman.
Fuck off.
A human woman.
Fuck off. Is a bear. It's got like white fur, but it's that polar bear white, so it's like really kind of dingy looking and it's old. And
Because it's really just kind of like
Matted.
translucent.
yeah, and yeah, and there's a couple of like patches that are missing. There's definitely some scars. She has black around her paws, I guess, and around her ears and her eyes, because she's a pain like this. And she's got this whole arm is shaved, and she has a sleeve tattoo.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly different plants and things. There's one that looks like it's been clawed, and that underneath her skin is just bark.
Cool.
And she's wearing leather, like with a little mandarin collar and some toggles to close it. She has a little satchel. She just sort of like pads in and then just in the corner.
Welcome to the Mandarin Collar Club.
Yes.
That's good.
And sleeveless.
Yes.
Well, you gotta show off the tat.
Catalyst is a warforged of impeccable creation and craftsmanship. He stands tall but humanoid in his design, with gunmetal gray and blue composite plating which covers his form. He has goldenrod pupilless eyes that are locked in this perpetual stare. Beyond that, he wears simple clothes of inarticulate design and make simple fabrics of browns and blues and gray, or browns and blacks and grays. He carries a shield upon his back, a warhammer at his side, and poking through all of his garments and on almost all of his visible parts below the neck are arcane markings and religious symbols.
Cool. Walking in with the two of them is Zeron. He's about 6 feet tall, and he's an ASMR that, upon first glance, may or may not look pretty human. He has blonde hair that is braided down to the side with black streaks going into it. On the left side of his neck, he has a brand of a sun on it, and he is during the research time, if he could have bought half plate, then he's wearing that. If not, he's wearing scale mail that will very quickly be upgraded before we start. And he doesn't carry any weapons of any sort, and he doesn't really carry much of anything other than a backpack. And but what a backpack it is. and that's pretty much it.
Is it a regular backpack or is it a gator backpack?
No,
Who's got the gator backpack?
No.
the Catalyst has
Catalyst.
the gator backpack. We haven't given the other bag of holding to anybody yet. But,
Oh,
His
um,
backpack is like Dora's backpack.
yeah, it talks.
It's got the eyes.
It talks.
On the note of your backpacks and your linking abilities, so we know the base cost.
yeah.
There is a waiting period
Okay.
between putting something in one of the bags. You can always take it out of the same bag,
Mhm.
but in order for it to become available for other bags, right now it takes 5 days. So it's not something that you can use to like mass transport.
we
stuff.
can't like.
If we're 300 feet across, you can't be like, take my sword!
It's like magical dial-up.
But
Yeah.
can we use it to pass notes to each other?
5 days
Over the
later.
course of 5 days, yeah.
That was
absolutely.
awesome.
That's still really cool.
That's more
That's
efficient than the
really
mail.
cool.
Yeah, that's true.
No, yeah, that and with some research and additional money and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you can probably improve that.
Mhm.
But there is a logistical issue as far as like transporting stuff. So
Yeah.
there may also be like a weight limit.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, cool.
So you can't simply like stuff all this gunpowder in here, then look, it pops out somewhere else. Like that would just be a
Here you go, Army.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Should
right.
I ask?
Cool.
Yes.
So because in order to pull something out of a bag of holding, you need to know that it's in there.
Correct.
Is there like when I put something in one bag, it like 5 days later does the other bag go like new item available?
You need to communicate.
You have to.
So we
you
can't
have
use
to-
it to pass notes.
We
back.
can,
Unless we
in
just
every day you
get
go,
into
I
the
know from
habit
my
of
friend.
going and looking for a
Well,
piece
you
of paper.
That's true. I mean, we
I
can.
know from my friend.
One of the things that you can put into the bag of holding is a list of everything in the bag of holding, and then
Oh, that's
before you
cool.
put something in it, you are like list, and
Actually,
then you
that's
pull
a
it
good
out and then
idea.
update the list with whatever you're about to put in there, and put both things back in.
And that way the other one can be like, the list.
List of things, and then
This is how we invent modern banking.
And then like, depending on who updated the list, like there's some like really like Catalyst handwriting is just like really like small and like prim, and then like underneath that there's like a drawing of a flower. Okay, apparently there's a
God,
flower
when
here
we make
somewhere.
this for the Discord, we gotta use different fonts, y'all.
yes,
Good.
perfect. So we have a couple of different options for places that we want to go. Wheel Inn, or the Southern Isles up north, or Jalen or Sai
Which is the south.
to the south.
During the course of the research and our investigations and such, forgive me if this ever came up at any other time, but Aurora Deco. Do we know anything about Aurora Deco? Go.
Yes. Arar Doko. Actually, if you guys want to give me a round of history checks.
Sure.
Sure. Lit. Nailing it over there.
That's so good.
8.
10.
18.
15.
14.
18.
Okay, 2 18s. Arar Doko is a ancient city. Of the Southern Isles, it was once the capital. It has fallen out of political favor, but it is still known as the City of Temples. The Southern Isles are a series of archipelagos that have a history of shipping, of piracy, of sea-bound lifestyle. So in their ancient days, the religious city, where everyone could set up temples to their deities, was the one safe harbor. It was universally agreed upon that for pilgrimage, for religious opportunities, for practicing things, that place would be protected. It has not always remained so, because a number of pirate principalities and islands would use the different churches to hide their wealth there, and so it led to a number of corruption among different religions. However, during the unification of the Republic, that was one of the great battlegrounds that Albrecht and his company fought on. In that time, deities were, the myth is that they walked the earth much more readily. And as we all know, Albrecht's legend is that he killed or tamed all of the wild gods. So, once the Southern Isles as a unit became part of the Republic, there was no longer a need for a safe city, so they decentralized all of the wealth out of one location and created a separate official capital. But Araudico is still the spiritual capital of the Southern Isles.
Okay.
It is often cited as a place of learning, a place of great art and ancient texts. It is a place that, while the primary gods of the empire are worshipped there, many of those ancient churches and temples have been converted to the pantheon that we know and understand. There are still remnants of old ones that are kept for historical purposes. So yeah, that's Araudico in a nutshell.
Oh, okay. And did our research kind of indicate as to the ability levels of any of the three tinkerers, or was it like, well, this one will get the job done, but
Good to great.
Yeah.
You are you're
yeah.
unsure of a distinction between
Okay.
them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've X'd out all the other ones.
Mhm.
These are the ones that you think are capable of doing the job.
Okay.
Will one have an easier time than another? You're just not sure.
Yeah.
So potentially, but
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we already have a connection with one of them.
Yeah.
It's just theoretically maybe dangerous to go talk to him.
So they said.
I don't know more, but
Could we work
figure
on
it
figure
out.
out why it's
yeah, we can
dangerous?
figure it out. But
Because I feel like we keep skirting around it, but
What are we skirting around?
Willin, there's a city, a little bit over,
It's an imperial city.
It's an imperial city, and that's
some
Kind of.
members of the organization are originally from there and don't feel safe going back. But none of them are here.
with us and
So if we
going.
To say no.
I mean,
To be in danger is
A, to
more.
say no, and B, to be the people that the city's looking for.
Considering our ultimate aim is to destroy with righteous fury and vengeance this empire, it may be unwise to state that we are safe without those who are currently wanted.
I mean, you're not wrong. Do we know how long it would take for us to get to the Southern Isles or to Jalen or Sai?
Give me a few minutes and I will start to
Jalen
count
or
for it.
Sai's a
Yeah.
funny name. Let's go there.
I
Unless I'm from there, I don't know where this accent's from.
Yeah,
We're not sure.
we
Oh,
really don't know.
the orphan life. I'm kidding.
We're not orphans.
Orphans?
That's very rude to assume.
just assume because they're together.
I know, yeah, like no parents, siblings
Sorry.
together, or
Sorry, we've played D&D.
Sorry, do you still live at home?
I mean, I might, you don't know.
Because you look super old. And
I could
I'm
be.
not
like this.
assuming you're an orphan just because you don't live with your mom.
I could be. I don't know.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. She doesn't. No.
Sorry, what's your name again?
Zoran.
Zoran. I like your eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your eyes are kind of weird, but that's okay. It's a tiefling, so what he said.
It's alright, I got that all the time.
But you seem nice.
I myself have a vested interest in going to this Aurora to go. However, I will not ask you to go. I would gladly make that journey myself.
Don't ask us
Is that where you're from?
to go. To go.
That's a stretch.
No,
I'll say that in character. That's a stretch.
Is that where you're from?
No.
Right?
So
Get used to that.
So why
That's
do you want to go there?
It seems interesting.
I mean, there's lots of places that
It's
are
a city of-
interesting. This place is interesting.
If it's a city of temples,
This place is really
holy
interesting.
person.
Are you a holy person?
Yeah.
Who
I
do you
watched him electrocute like 10 fish people.
Really? We're going to be such good friends. So do you worship a god of lightning? Or do you just
No.
have lightning?
I am gifted. Like,
From who?
from the great divine.
Is that a person or a place?
It isn't divine.
I didn't realize that. I didn't
The
realize that was
only-
a vowel.
Divine.
Is it the ultimate divine or the great divine?
It is the only divine.
What about all the others?
There are no others.
If there's only one, then why do you have to specify that it's the great one? Why not just the divine?
Because others have decided that their cults are real. I have to specify to differentiate. I have
So you want
to
to go to this
differentiate
place?
from false gods.
So you want to go to this place because there's lots of temples there?
I find learning about this place's lies fascinating.
Right.
Armor is weird. Yeah. Sorry, what is your name?
I am referred to as Catalyst.
Well, Mr. Catalyst, I think we're gonna get along just fine.
I should certainly hope so.
Is this your bear?
Is this your pet bear?
It does beg an interesting question.
Yeah. How long have you? Who? How,
She's sitting in a
who
corner.
are you?
There's a
How long
bear.
have
Are
you been
you-
here?
Are you with
Is
us?
this
Did
bear
you
safe?
eat? Did he make you? Did a cat have you eat your manifesto? Have you had it?
That was
Did it
weird.
upset your stomach? Yeah, that happens.
I really wish I could comprehend languages.
Do you speak common?
Do you speak any languages?
Are you distinct from a bear?
In that,
Okay.
other than like the fact that you're wearing
She's-
clothes.
armor.
Because I'm familiar.
She's wearing
with
clothes. They have hands. Like they have opposable.
Bipedal with thumbs.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
She's-
I didn't know if
She's
you
about 6'5".
were, okay, I didn't know if you were
400 pounds of
currently
fluff.
wild shaped,
No.
very specifically, or anything like that. So, all right.
I like your tattoos. Or is it just the one? I don't know what number that is. Is it one tattoo or do you get them like at different times?
I don't know, Quill. How many is it?
I don't know who you're talking about.
My
It depends on how many you got it.
My sister's name is Maina.
Maina?
Oh, hi, I'm
Mina.
Mina.
Maina?
Maina.
Maina?
Listen, you fuck.
No, that's Mr. Zaran.
Listen, Mr. Fuck.
I believe you're all saying the same thing.
I'm still calculating.
Oh, okay.
Y'all
I
keep
didn't know.
going,
Is this
man.
your-
You heard an inhale.
Yeah.
We haven't
Wait a
met
bated
yet, but it's a
breath.
pleasure to meet you.
Right?
Mrs. Bear, do you?
And she, like, there's a very clear maple leaf on the inside of her forearm.
Oh, Leaf.
Maple?
Your name's
That's a
Lee.
beautiful
Leaf?
name. Leaf.
Maple.
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 Her
not
name's
leaf.
Maple.
Maple.
What a good name for a bear.
Maple, do you
I love it.
did you join the group? Like, were you part of the?
Did you
ate the manifesto?
You ate your manifesto.
Could you read
Write it on that
Could you
for
read
you.
it?
That's not nice.
Don't generalize against her.
No, I'm asking because she
He's
hasn't
doing
said
a lot
any
of
words.
generalizing today, isn't he?
She hasn't said any words. wondered if she knows what she signed up for.
You just generalize everybody you meet.
Maybe
Listen,
she said
it's a
words
lot
you don't
easier
understand.
when
Maybe she's talking
From
in
experience, he does.
how rude.
You're the one who's not rude.
Maybe she's talking in bearing.
No,
You don't
that's
understand
true.
her words.
What? 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 No, but
Are you talking in
Do
bear
you-
language?
are you generalizing that bears all have the
Where do
same
you
language?
come
I
from?
assume that they're smart enough to talk to each other.
No, I don't know. I'm just asking if you're general. No, I'm kidding.
Is this your cat?
Yes.
Do you
Fascinating.
You can pet her if
do
you
you
like.
fight?
What's her name?
Do you have weapons?
What comes out is a very
Do
long
you
name in Elvish, but
do
you
magic?
speak Elvish?
No.
Oh, good.
We don't.
Okay.
If you do speak Elvish, it's just baby.
Here's some
Good.
It takes 4 days to get to any of them
Okay.
Okay.
because Alon James will fly you to Jalen or Arar Daco. It's about 4.5 days, but he will not go to Willen.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So Willen, you have to find.
That would be conspicuous.
Yeah, you have to find a boat and you have to sail by water,
Uh-huh.
which is far longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that
So-
makes sense.
So it's about 4 days into any of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's slightly less than 4 days to get to Willen by boat. It is slightly more than 4 days to get to Jalen Ursai, and it is like 4 hours longer than that to get to Arardico.
10-4.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So,
Oh, let's fly somewhere.
We can
Army
fly
told me all
somewhere.
about the flying ship. I want to go on that.
Okay.
Unless anyone's afraid of heights.
Not
Uh,
particularly.
Yeah, she's just gonna stand all the way up on her hinders.
So no.
we do have somebody who wants to go to Arardico.
I don't mind like 6'2", but that's negotiable. I don't care. Whatever you guys imagine.
sometimes
What
his lifts
shins?
pop up. Sometimes
Are
they
the
just.
springs working?
Yeah. Sometimes the go-go gadget
shins
boots
are-
happen.
They're pistons.
Clunk, 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 clunk. Yeah,
Intimidation check.
Honestly, it's whatever you guys imagine in your head. I don't care.
Okay. I didn't know how.
I just imagine
How
6.
looming.
I just imagine if you're gonna, it's data, right? If you
Yeah,
make something,
you
you're gonna
can
make
call
it.
it
You're gonna make it like, look at this shit.
also, you need room to work.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
probably a little bit taller. Just
Yeah.
Well, we have one vote for Arardico.
Okay.
Anybody have a need to go to Jalen or Sire Willen?
I've never been to either one.
Me neither.
Me neither. So Arardico it is.
No. Yeah.
Let's all go somewhere new.
And dwarves are good at tinkering. Dwarves are good at mining and tinkering.
That's
and
another
building.
generalization.
We've literally run into every dwarf
Hold
that we've
up,
run
I think
into.
it's
has-
racist.
Hold up, do any of
has
us speak Dwarvish?
tinkered and has.
She lives in a
Oh, wait,
city.
now we
She's
get
not
the
going to
womp
only
womp.
speak Dwarvish.
Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
That's actually a good
No?
Seems like a thing we all learn at this point.
thing. None of us speak Dwarvish.
Sorry. It seems
So
like a
maybe
thing we
take
learn.
on go.
Hazel
I know
did.
weird language.
Haven did too.
Hazel did.
I know one other language.
And I just feel
That's
bad going
it.
to Jalen or Sai without
I do
Eduardo
it.
here.
Yeah, we can't go without him.
No.
So
it's true.
He'll
Whoever
literally
to
wins.
Willen.
Like the next stream you see will just be Eduardo alone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But for the times that I've spent around dwarves,
I
they-
love
they
her.
usually speak common.
Right, so you'll be fine then. Do you need a drink or something?
Oh no, thank you. I'm fine.
Oh, sorry, you're coughing a little.
I'm not used to people. Sometimes it just takes me a little while to find my voice. I'm sorry. I'm awful sorry.
So
It's
maybe.
alright.
Yeah, like the leaf, like the tree. Do you have those here? Do you have the maple trees here?
You know, I haven't been to the forest.
You went back home.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Are there maple trees on this tropical island? This tropical paradise?
So it's more Mediterranean, but no,
Oh, yeah.
not big in the maple leaves.
Olive trees, that's different.
I mean, you're not wrong that
Figs?
a lot of dwarves do speak
I
common.
love that Fig Newton.
And I mean it's not a dwarf city, right? So I mean, in theory,
I don't
there'd be
think
someone
it
You're a
there. There'd be.
Canadian panda.
Mhm.
I'm aware of what I am, and I am what I am, and we're moving forward.
You have mixed things you love and hate together.
So I can stomach it and not just like squeal out of the chair. Oh, gotta hate Canada.
That's commitment. Isn't that their anthem?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm just.
I know.
Actually, we love Canada.
I can
Canada's very
already feel the accent leaving my throat.
Canada's
Like every
lovely.
time Thomas
Canada's
opens his
beautiful.
mouth.
It is.
Justin Trudeau.
That's true.
All
That's
table
true,
down.
Do me.
That's true, Dale.
So anyway, but I mean, normally there's people around that speak a a bunch of things. If it's not just a dwarf, please.
Although we did just raid a dwarven tomb in order to get these plans, so I don't necessarily know if going to a dwarf
No,
and
but
being
you
like,
didn't.
we have dwarven
Are the plans in
plans.
Dwarven?
No, we absolutely did.
Are the
I think
plans
the
Unless
plans are
I
better
can
for
read
it.
them,
Pull out.
maybe we should find
Well, I mean, I
Oh,
can read them.
shit.
I can read all languages. I just can't.
Then maybe we do have. We keep going.
Well, then maybe
just the
maybe
dwarf,
this
yeah.
this will in place is a good idea.
The dwarf
Well, I think the dwarf's in.
is
The dwarf is
in.
No, I know. I'm suggesting Willin.
Yeah.
So that we don't cruise out and be like, look what we stole from your people.
Yeah.
I don't need to say
It is worth noting that
Well, the
this
person that
particular
we
artificer retreated away from his people and created beholders and made it his mission to create a
okay.
mechanical beholder.
Oh no.
So perhaps,
Did it
whilst
work?
well regarded, I
Sort of.
don't know.
It was I apologize to the stream. There was actually a detail I had to give the players afterwards
Sorry.
because we had run a bit late. No, I thank you for reminding me. I did want to let everybody know. One of the things that was being worked on in Strong Hearts Forge was a grand mechanized beholder, which is why he had kept dissected, removed the eye stalks, and was studying the actual beholder that had become zombified there.
Eye stalks is one of the most disturbing sentences. Like,
Yeah.
just phrases in general.
So it was incomplete, but the design looked sound. So it could, at some point, be completed.
No.
We burn those now. Well, I mean, there are goods and bads to bringing the dwarf plans to the dwarfs.
I feel any respectable artificer or tinkerer of repute would regard such monstrosities as the wicked beasts they are.
That's true.
Well, and even if they're not the only ones on the, they might not be the only ones there. It's a place where a lot of people live, right? Just because that's the only one you've heard of. There might be some more tinkerers.
Just for a moment, allow Akan to assist. For clarity's sake, hello there. You are very furry.
You're so big.
Thank you.
You're a big fella.
Yes, I am. So, there is a point of interest that I want to make sure we as Fackers are all on board with. We must, members of the Free Arcadian Coalition of Knights, your manifesto has officially made you a Facker. Welcome.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But no, thank you though. I appreciate it, but no, I can't. No.
So, Fackers, what you should know is that this is a retrieval mission. It is intended that the creation of such a device would be here in Drin Trosvar, or in some other safe house, potentially Havoc's Luck, or one of our towers, or something along these lines. It is the only way we could ensure the safety of such a device, and we do not have currently enough agents or manpower to safeguard such an individual.
So we're just gonna go and pick them up and then do a quick run out?
Well, you may want to convince them if they are coming, or not convince them. Either way, we have we are. It is such a nasty word. This kidnap. They are grown people. We will adult nap.
I would prefer not to adopt them. I never said you were kids. I never said you were kids.
I bet they're not orphans either.
Question.
They might
Yes.
be.
You know that the one in Willen,
Yeah. Yes, we are aware.
does he work for this empire?
Alistair is a strange individual, and he does do some work for the Empire. Yes, they do contracts work for him.
So if,
He,
if they're
um,
aware of him, would they come looking for him if he went
If
missing?
he were to go missing, I would suspect so. Yes,
Then
quite the
So
possibility.
maybe
Maybe
we should
not.
So no.
Yeah.
maybe not yet.
Yeah.
Good point to make.
I mean,
What if it is?
all of
She's
the
very smart.
all of the artificers they are of repute. Some of them may wish to come here voluntarily, some of them may not. But it should be known that they are skilled in their fields. They will be missed wherever they go from. It is, of course, best if we do not have to. What is
Adult nap?
adult nap? Yes, correct. How you say? Adult nap. But for such a powerful device to be under the control of Wifakers, we must utilize it here or in one of our towers. That we just could not safeguard something outside of a city in which we do not have a safe house. Now, if we desire to set up a safe house, perhaps in Jilin or Sai or in Arartako, Willen would be most difficult, but it is, I suppose, an option. Then perhaps we could leave them where they are. But these are the goals. So I want to make sure we are all, how you say, on the same manifesto.
Well,
Is
fuck it.
is that a phrase that
Been
people
sitting on that for
use?
so
On
long.
the same manifesto
Yeah.
So
is a
long.
phrase
Really Australian, I'm
I
sorry.
use. It is the phrase I use to make sure that we all have the fire of revolution in our bellies.
Right.
What if we
Indigestion.
convince one to come back just for, a visit to maybe talk with you and,
A
and
good
whoever
opportunity,
the other
yes, a
people
good
are?
option,
Yeah.
of course.
I
Yeah,
was,
that's-
of
are
course.
you our leader?
One of them.
I am a Khan.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Nina.
Hello. I own
This is my sister.
your sister.
My sister.
Okay. Well, hello, sister.
I feel like everything's
I
making
did
fun
too.
of us.
Out of our accent.
I thought it was me.
I am.
Nina.
Now I understand.
No, I am owner and operator of the Iron Six, the drinking establishment / shooting establishment.
Did you build it yourself?
I did
This is
not.
all
How'd you get
yours.
it?
Oh, you must be so proud.
Huh?
You must be so proud.
It is a valuable part of the revolution.
Your mom must be so proud of you too.
She is.
Oh.
It's almost sad.
I
I believe it was.
Yeah, it was
She's
almost
just gonna come
vocally
over and
sad.
nuzzle him.
Well, let's
That dramatic pause was way more dramatic than it was
She's going
pause.
to create good berries and hand them to him.
Oh, this is. Oh, thank you. This is. He like
Yeah,
picks them up
yes.
with like the
You need,
nails on his
you need to make
claws.
sure that you're eating.
Can you do that with
Very
anything?
kind of you.
Can you make cream?
This is good.
Oh
This is
no,
like-
no, I've not
Something.
really. We didn't really do
I'm
cream.
glad you enjoyed it.
We these are good.
Oh, but he won't eat these, whatever they are.
Who's he?
Oh, my fox.
My sister has a pet.
You have a. Oh,
Are they like my?
just stomp my good berries in your hand and then wipe them on the table. You bitch.
Pecan looks at the bear and is like, "Nom."
You only need one.
So good.
She's
It's so
twitching
good.
and starting to
Already,
whistle slightly.
already.
Well,
Making always.
I guess let's go to Artico.
Okay,
Get us a dwarf friend.
we're for
Right.
That sounds nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Is that Nordico?
Go.
So
Wonderful.
Fly
Yes,
one?
you guys will fly. You have the rest of the day to sort out any business that you have. If you have any desire for shopping, anything that you guys need to purchase, now is your opportunity to do so.
Does a cat? I can make them myself. So I don't really have time. Does a cat know somewhere where I can buy bullets?
I have bullets coming special. You can buy them from me.
Okay.
Is there pricing on bullets?
Yes.
Wonderful.
For my pistol, which is the one I'd want them for, 20 bullets is 4 gold.
And powder? Or does that
I
include
got
in the-
I got so much powder.
Great. As long as you're taking
we
care.
found because I
Sure,
specifically
it's
told you
yeah.
I was taking.
No, you did. Yeah, you did.
So that you knew I was taking care of it.
Yep.
I have so much powder, it's great.
I'm getting half plate.
Half plate. No problem. Tall and small, hook you up with half plate.
Solid.
Small.
I just want to check by Brosna's if she's made any health potions since last time we figured
You
her out.
guys were here not too long ago. Let me.
About 5, 6
We
days, I
shopped
think.
on the 18th.
Why don't they either?
So it's been at least
I don't
it's been
have
at least a
any.
week.
and
So
I've been
she
helping her.
and you are helping her. And she does have those things that you guys gave her. So she will have a couple. Let's see what she comes up with. 4 potions of healing
Okay.
and 1 greater.
How much
Lit.
for a lot?
We'll take the lot.
25 for each of the regular,
Okay.
and the greater is 250.
Got it.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, new friend.
Yes.
Would you like one?
What is it?
Oh, this is one of the regular
Oh,
ones.
thanks.
Regular healing potions if you start feeling not so great.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, how much was that total
You
again?
should probably take this.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that for her.
Okay, well, it's perfect.
350.
No, it's
Grand total 350.
for you, so you don't die.
I would like to merely, when we go to leave the Iron Six, I just want to like stand like in front of a con and just, because he keeps saying things like ignite the fire, revolution, a lot of gastrointestinal euphemisms he uses.
He's a dragon, he breathes fire.
It's true.
Oh.
Which fucking into it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna, Catalyst's gonna just, Hakan, I wish you all to know that it seems that the great divine has blessed your cause. And so I will strike with great vengeance all of your enemies, and this empire will crumble before our feet.
Catalyst, I have never liked you more.
And I just scribble.
Your divine, watch your footsteps.
And then I bet I turn back around and nod. Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I am looking specifically for a light crossbow, any spell scrolls of 3rd level or lower.
She gave you her crossbow.
I thought you had a dagger.
She has that
I
too.
have that too.
Okay.
I never use either.
Then never mind. I'm looking for any spell scrolls of 3rd level or lower, and I'm looking for some some kind of cloak of protection or a spell that I can imbue onto my current cloak at some point. That's like a long term,
Yeah.
but
Oh, cool. And just so
because
you know,
my
before she
instinct-
starts using it, I claimed that wand of the War Mage and gave it to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Great.
Yeah.
Wait,
Thank you guys for letting me know.
just so you know, when she
I
starts
appreciate
using
it.
it,
Yep.
I gave it to
start waving
her.
it around.
Yeah, Scribble Writ actually has a fair number of spells. I am not 100% sure whether these are wizard spells or not.
Yeah, I have
So.
the player's handbook.
Yeah.
That's I believe I have.
Oh wait, you have it. Never mind.
I have it.
So, just going down the list here, I'm going to give you everything that is either uncommon or common, because that should be in your range. Beast Sense.
No, that's not one.
Okay, Bestow Curse.
I already have that.
Nope. Crown of Madness.
I already have that.
Um,
It's crazy.
Grease.
grief. I did not have that, but I
Is the
remember
word?
seeing it somewhere.
It is one. It's
Okay, that is one.
Melf's Acidero.
It's just a synonym.
Yes, that's a
I
second
don't
level.
think that's one of mine.
It is. It's a
Oh,
second level.
Melf's Acid Arrow. Yes. Okay, that is one.
Sleet Storm.
Mm-hmm. Third level.
Yeah, I don't have that one over there.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
That's not one.
Yes.
No, it is one.
First level.
Ooh, I do like that one.
I love Tasha's.
That's what you got. That's what he's got.
How much is Tasha's and
Oh, Sleet Storm,
Sleet Storm?
Tasha's is.
Stop sleeping.
Problem.
Tasha's. Double checking. Double checking.
You're welcome.
Tasha's is 30 gold pieces,
Okay. I'll take that one.
Richard is amazing.
and Sleet Storm 300 gold pieces.
I won't take that one, but I will take Tasha's, and I'll copy that later.
Okay.
Sleep Storm isn't a ritual, is it? No, it's not.
No, it's not. You can't use that.
I'm like, wait, stop
Not-
mid-sentence.
yeah,
You
neither
can't do
of those-
that.
Neither of those are going to be rituals.
Can I also purchase enough
Inks and paper?
Inks and paper to.
Absolutely. Yes.
I will figure that out and write it down.
Yeah, I believe it's based on spell level.
Yeah.
Is it magic ink or is it just if I have ink for myself?
No, it's you
magic?
require special
The Warlock,
magical
it's
ink.
in the Warlock page. It specifically says how much it is for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've played a Tome Lock before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in your Warlock,
Did I
in your
see
Tome
that
Lock
book?
section.
absolutely.
It's gonna take us 4 days.
So, yeah, you'll have time on the boat. Sorry about that. Thought I got it far enough.
I'm
for you.
short.
She has little arms.
This table is wide as well. So.
Yeah.
That's true.
She's a big heart and little arms. I'm a T-Rex.
I'm a T-Rex.
No, that's me constantly.
Art.
Okay. Anything else in town before you guys head out?
Nope.
Everybody's good? No gooder? Okay.
No.
Maybe next time.
That's fine.
We're not gonna make you do that whole thing.
I spent all of my money on that.
I'm ready to do it every day, apparently. So,
No, it's fine.
gooters?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Yeah. It's a crazy gnome with a vault of,
Horde.
with a horde.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no.
We're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next time.
No, he's a miracle.
He's a miracle
gift.
with the
He's got a
horde.
damn gift.
He's a goddamn miracle. He might be the great divine.
He is the great divine.
Yep.
Yes, yeah,
I'm just
there
here
you
to watch you.
go. He gives you things sometimes. It's always weird.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think he's an archfey.
I have
Speaking
a
with like
mummified drider
so
hand.
crazy.
Yeah, they bought a mummified rider hand for 300 copper
They
pieces
know what it
last
was.
It had to
It
be
was a hand.
300 copper pieces.
And you had
It
to
could
get
not
it
be
in
3
300.
gold.
It was
We
the
had to
gold,
go get it
300
transferred to
copper
300
pieces.
copper pieces.
It's
because
a
the
it's
man
a
wouldn't
drow
take a
spider
gold.
hand.
Sounds like real good use of your time and funds.
Are you kidding?
It's
Because
it's,
yeah, it was.
it's, a legitimate- it's the best use of my time and funds.
He has it now.
I'm not saying Mama Bear's disappointed. I'm just saying she could do that.
Listen, we'll get you a foot. I understand you're mad.
You tried her?
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't say a driver foot.
It's like, here, I'm gonna highlight this so
Cool.
you can
A
see it.
gnome foot, maybe.
Off you guys go. You you board the vessel for. You have to board the shore skimmer, escape through the tunnels, get about half a day outside of Drimtrip Spar, in which case you can meet up with Alan James.
I think 30 or 31 days a month.
30. Always 30.
That's what I thought, and I was
Yep.
like, I don't remember.
Yep. Always 30. The reason is they follow the cycle of the moon of Earth or Wood of Earth. One of the moon's cycles on a 30-day cycle. So that is how they divided up their year. The other one of the moons cycles on a 7-day cycle. The others are irregular, but that's how they ended up with their week and with their months.
Cool.
By following a moon cycle. So you meet up with Alon on the P1 you are, and it turns into the phenomenal vessel that it is. And yes,
I do warn my sister before, like as we're coming up, that the tiefling on his crew doesn't like it when you make a big deal about it.
that's true.
Because I know you.
I'm gonna spend some time copying the spell into my book, but then I'm just gonna be like watching it. He has wings, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he does.
I don't think I've seen one with wings before.
I haven't.
So,
Yeah.
so
Trisic, I believe his name.
I wrote it down.
Yep.
And I only have 2 pages of notes. Tresic.
That's
Trisic.
fancy.
Yes, Mama Bear.
Oh, no, it's just, this is nice.
Into the sky as the phenomenal vessel goes, stretching and elongating the elemental rings of fire and air, fire and air, giving it lift and propulsion, driving it through the
Golly,
skies
but you're clever.
at a rapid pace. Thank you.
I love her.
After about 3 days, you all see the Southern Isles coming into view. You've passed a number of isles throughout this Mediterranean sort of region, this great sea that serves as a hub at the southern end of this continent of Rotom. You approach the archipelagos of the Southern Isles. They are mountainous, volcanic. They are also, again, to the north of where you are, so the air is cold. And you are in the throes of winter now, deep into winter. So it is, it's snowing at times, but you can see that the heat of the rocks sort of keep the cities. Yes.
What is the date?
The date is you have to leave on the
Third?
1st of.
So
Second,
it's,
third.
so it's the 5th.
You will arrive on the end of the 4th, beginning of the 5th.
Gotcha.
You will arrive late on the 4th of Shadow Run.
Okay, I was gonna say which month it is.
Yep.
It's without the W, if I'm remembering right?
SHAY
Okay.
DO.
RUN, right?
There's a
I think
there's
it's
a
SH.
It's
Isn't it
the Shay
DOE?
is right.
yeah
DOE. Are you?
yeah Do
Right.
yeah Run Shadow Run Shadow Run.
I never spelled it right once the last campaign, so I don't know how to spell it.
That's okay. I like taking words and adding a little bit of funk on them to make them seem like different words. Why are you glaring at me?
It's not a glare.
Is it
Why do you think it's a glare?
because I read signs?
All the time, folks.
Anyway, the Isles are beautiful. They are largely metropolitan. They have broad jungles and high mountain peaks. Some of them you can see a number of waterfalls and cliff faces that you can that people are hiking up and down. The mountains are snow-capped. The lowlands with the heat of the volcanic rock are pleasant, but not frigid or difficult. The sea-bound, the seaside towns are a little more bundled up, but inland they get warmer. It is a very interesting place, and you can see that every bit of the cities are teeming with people and life. And here, even in the heart of winter, they are preparing for a number of different festivals and celebrations. The Southern Isles have a reputation of For every day they work, they celebrate for 2. It is
I got people.
We're never leaving.
it is a very different kind of lifestyle than to the more industrious north, where many of you have come from, or to the far drearier Underdark or different places. At night, you have the stars above and the lights below. Makes for a beautiful sight. Late on the 4th, you travel, and Alon begins to drive the ship down into the seas, returning to its P1 form, and it pulls into the harbor of Abrar Dako. It is a small horseshoe bay where the city extends all the way around. You can see the temples to Thassa, and I should really remember all my gods' names. Kyranos, thank you. So Thassa and Kyranos, those gods of storm and sea, actually are the temples that make up the seawall. That was in ancient times the way the city would protect itself. Probably hasn't been raised in a generation or 2, but they make up these statues on the left and the right of the seawall, and they extend out into the temples, these man-made sandbars that have been built up for a long time. And they have cities, towns, bits of shops, of living arrangements that extend among them. Each of the prime 15 gods has a temple dedicated to them. A great statue of that deity has been erected in front of it. But as you sail in, you can see there are dozens of temples to everything. They are all around, and where there is a normally fairly stringent within the Empire worshipping structure, here, at least it is easy under the guise of learning of history to experience what these other religions were at some point. Alon brings you guys into harbor. It is after 10, probably getting close to 11. The city does seem to be awake, but it does not have the festival spirit that the rest of the towns that you've passed so far have. It is a university town, but it is a place of learning and religious learning. So while the place is up and there are some bars and inns that are active, there's not like the party in the street with the festivals and the streamers.
It's Oxford, not UCF.
Sure, yeah. Good, a good enough way to put it. Yeah, absolutely. What would you guys like to do?
Which one of them is yours?
It is unlikely that any of these are mine.
Oh, that's it. Do you want to build one? Do you want to talk to one of the fellows? I'm sure we could get you one.
Not at this moment.
You never know though, there's so many of them, maybe yours is down there.
Perhaps too
It
many.
is.
An interesting assumption. Perhaps I will look into it. However,
Maybe there's a
as
map.
it stands, I believe there is a purpose to this.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Captain. Do you know this place at all?
Radico? Nah, sorry, I hadn't spent a lot of time in religious cities. It's
Oh no, sweetheart, that's fine. We're looking for a really tiny fixer. Do you think you might know where she'd be?
nope. I'm just here to get you to the city.
And you did a great job.
Oh,
sweet.
thank you.
Have some berries.
What time is it?
It's like 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the morning?
In the
No, at
meantime-
night.
Oh,
At night.
in the-
Yeah, have
in
some
the
berries.
Do you
meantime, do
think
you know
we should
where?
find somewhere to
Yes.
stay?
In the meantime,
Perhaps.
do you know of any taverns, inns.
It's not a port that I've kept to.
I mean, how hard could it be to find a
Yeah,
tavern?
let's just start walking.
You've got to make sure
I would
that
assume there would be one near the bay.
course.
That's what I was about to point out. A number of them will be near the bay. The more expensive ones tend to have water views, in my experience, unless they're the super seedy type, in which case the sailors frequent the, how should I put it delicately, less well kept of the cores.
Do you have any recommendations, or do you usually just stay on your ship?
I prefer my ship.
Well, let's
He's got several Yelp
get
reviews.
walking.
For clarity, Alon has never been to this
Yeah.
city. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are like, where do we go? He's like, I don't know.
It's nice that accepts animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go walking, I guess.
Okay.
Yelp.
We have pets.
Yeah, I suppose we'll
Did you
get some
bring your
Yelp
cat?
reviews.
It's always here.
read the Yelp reviews.
It's a problem. I
Okay.
can always just sleep outside.
Give me an investigation check.
No, Maple, we'll find somewhere to go.
That's
All of us are just.
Yeah, you're all looking for a
I
place
got a
to.
15.
I don't find anything.
A 5.
That wasn't terrible.
5,
17.
10.
I don't find anything.
5, 10, 17,
15.
15.
Don't
Eaten. Got it. Got
Oh, hey, me too, buddy.
Want me to eat yours too, or are you gonna do it? That's my thing. You know it.
We're the same person. It's fine.
That's about how it tastes.
Okay.
it.
God, someone clip it, please.
I'm good. Actually, no. I already ate before I showed up.
I ate before I came.
Say that.
Calm down.
Relax.
Did I say anything?
No.
Did I say
You spoke volumes with your eyes.
There, you guys get a couple of reports for. You get a couple of reports for. Oh, how derivative do I want to be? It's always the question, isn't it? You get a couple of good recommendations. Let me see. The Wicked Beggar is perhaps the cheapest establishment. It is right on the water. It is definitely on the seedier side of places, but it is at least you're told if you need cheap and are less likely to get robbed, it's at the Wicked Beggar. The other places that you are told about, there is Minstrel's Hall, which has a lot of nightly entertainment. That is where a lot of different bards go. They'll do story nights. They'll do different like guitar nights and it's sort of the hipster lounge bar.
Yeah.
Open
Oh,
mic.
never mind.
Open mic night, yeah.
Never mind.
I'm in. Courtney's in.
It's open mic
I don't know if
place.
I want to open mic night.
It was fine when it was Vegas, but not when it was another coffee shop.
I mean, they might.
Maybe we can take part in open mic night.
That's okay.
The the last one is the Warhound and the World's Peace.
That's
That's one title.
One title.
Perfect.
Warhound and
The
the
World's
Warlord's
Peace.
Peace.
That's the World's
World's Peace.
Warhound, one word.
Warhound, one word.
Huh. I just like that a lot.
Is it peace or peace?
Pieces in
World Peace. Yeah.
And world
Warhound and the World Peace.
Bet you 10 gold is where we get drugs.
Can you take drugs?
No, well maybe.
Does it
It,
matter?
it says Warhound in the title. Does that mean we can bring animals in? Because that's a big selling point for my sister.
And also for a party member.
Sorry.
You're being
Oh, no.
so disrespectful this
Listen,
one.
try telling an
They won't take us 'cause
innkeeper.
we look like giant
He's
lizards.
actually he's right.
Try
No.
telling an innkeeper then.
I'll tell them.
Okay,
Yeah,
feel free.
probably not the best people to
I'm
ask.
sorry.
At least they call you an animal. I'm apparently a suit of armor.
I never told you that.
You're a very handsome suit of armor. You
Caleb, oh my
really
God.
are.
So tired. Mr. Catalyst, I've never seen armor with wood before.
Oh my.
That's inappropriate for reasons that I will explain to you later.
So like with the minstrel's hall, we were told about it being
I have quite a lot of wood.
about it being a hipster open mic night,
Yeah, is
and
there
the Wicked
something-
Beggar being the cheapest inn that we were less likely to get robbed in. Was there any like info about warhounds and the world's peace other than its name?
They are. What is it that I can tell you? It is not full of Russians. That is not true. Trying to decide on the accent for the Southern Isles.
So
They can be Irish.
we're not doing this. Oh, you're playing.
Southern Irish.
It's a
Southern
little
Irish.
Portuguese. It's a little more Mexican.
I love the Mexican accent.
I'm not wrong.
This is where the
They
Brazilian.
just had flag
Yeah.
for burning this place.
No.
No, it is perhaps more Argentine. I but it is where our favorite person
Yes.
was from.
Yeah.
Lourdes.
Yes.
Lourdes.
Oh.
So just,
Oh,
so
yeah.
just do the Lunas
So I just do the
It's
Lourdes.
yeah.
It is also where Khan is from. So it
Ah,
is-
well
yeah.
then
Yeah.
It is already decided. I have given it too much thought. So the Warhound and the World's Peace, as you have asked for it, it is a good place. It does not receive a lot of patronage. The family that has owned it is, as far as even this city with its religious natures, they are. You can say a bit odd, but they are a very safe place. The prices are not bad. They have some higher end things. However, with the limited patronage, they charge a little more than perhaps another place would. But it is interesting. It is very nice.
You said that it was a family. Do they have any kids? Any little ones running around?
I do not believe so at the moment. No, they do not have kids. But it has been an establishment here for a couple of 100 years of humans.
Do you know the name of the family?
It is the Beck family.
Okay, and is this just a random guy that we stopped on the
Yes,
street?
yes.
Do you
I would like to go home now.
do you know of a lady named Sigga Gearfist?
Siga Gearfist.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. I do
Alright.
not know it.
Thank you for your time, random man on the street.
Here you go.
Oh, what is this?
Oh,
They're
you
berries.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, what
They're
is
good
it?
berries.
That
They're
is-
awful good berries.
That is actually a truly good berry.
Aw, you're sweet. You're sweet. Just make sure you stay fed.
Oh, okay,
Okay, you
all right.
go home. Get some sleep now.
Thank you. You as well, scary bear person.
So,
You are a very nice bear person, but you are very. How tall are you? I missed your description. I apologize.
6'5", about 400 pounds.
so Warhound and the world's peace.
That's the one.
That one sounds cool.
Yeah.
I really don't
I
want-
also want to meet these weird people.
I do too. I want to know what makes them weird.
Me too. Well, let's go, and if we can always, I got it's gone. Right.
Amen.
Me mom, me sister. It rhymes with inertia. We can always just try. We can always just sneak Klein in if we need to.
Right. You can hide.
Right. Sure. I'll just put it in the couch.
All right, you did ask, but there is a stable.
Oh, is it attached to the?
Yes,
Fuck me.
to the Warhound and the World's Peace.
Oh well then I'm
There
fine.
is
I'm
there is
fine.
a stable for penning animals.
We'll get you a room. We'll get you a
Are
room.
you have any like horses or anything?
It's for animals.
We're getting you a room.
I'm used to sleeping outside.
never
No,
said
number one,
animals.
she's a person.
what? Let's start.
No.
And
Oh, you asked me for animals. You said there are animals. Can the animals come into the place?
Like
Yes.
little ones.
And I tell you, there is a stable for penning the animals.
Thank you.
But
All right, thank
I
you.
didn't put
Thank you,
you away
ma'am.
for now.
You did great, sweet. You're doing great, sweet.
Your cat just
Okay.
disappeared.
Where did your cat go?
She's fine. It's
But
just
she disappeared.
I do a thing, but she's perfectly safe, and that way, if we have any trouble, she won't get in any trouble. And I don't want her to sleep in a stable.
Perfect.
Ew.
Can you do that?
Ew.
I was gonna say, can you do that?
is it a familiar?
It is, but she doesn't know.
Oh.
No, we're doing a bit.
She knows some of it.
Bless.
She doesn't know that she can do this to
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
There you go.
Just more hound in the world's peace.
You guys make your way in there. It is off the main road. It is back. It's a little more like a tavern for the locals. The lights are on. As you guys come in, there is a few patrons that are there. It is low lit. There seems to be hunting trophies along the walls, the roofs. It is very wooden, heavy, like oaks, not woods that you would find necessarily on the island.
Are any of the trophies bears?
Are you sure if he's Faxes? Faxes?
Facts.
Listen, it's gonna take me like 5 weeks to get into this accent,
It's fine.
especially with Canada happening over here.
Sorry.
The entire country of Canada
The entire
over
country.
here.
Sorry.
All right. To the
Winnipeg, Manitoba to my left.
To the barkeep. Yeah, it is. When I say hunting trophies, it's mostly antler, like a couple of antler deers, not local, obviously.
Yeah.
There is a couple of taxidermied, like large predator fish, like sharks.
What's it? Big mouth bass?
Yeah, no big mouth.
A singing catfish.
Yeah, it seems not a scene.
Oh my god, this is so
Um,
misery.
That would be the
It's a
dream.
spell. It's a spell. It's
Yes.
actually just a taxidermy catfish.
A big mouth Billy Bass in my mind is a fucking aberration.
As you guys make your way in,
Uh-huh.
you see a couple of tables, maybe like 6 that have people in them. A waitress working her way around. In against the far wall, there is a single bartender. Dark brown hair, about shoulder length, leathers on his chest. Looks like he's wearing armor that's perhaps been modified just a little bit for more comfort, but sleeves rolled up. He's cleaning out a couple of glasses that are there. What would you guys like to do?
Walk up to the bartender.
Yeah.
Hi. Wonderful place you have. Do you have any available rooms?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
How many?
I mean, I have.
How many do we need?
How many do you need?
Mina and I can share.
I have
Would you like
4
to share a
available.
room?
I would.
Oh.
I really would.
Okay.
Are you okay
Just
sharing
get 2
rooms?
rooms.
Or do you want to
Oh
do?
my god.
I'm not gonna say I'm offended because all I fucking did was look at you.
We do great.
Three rooms?
Great.
Or like if they're big rooms.